You are watching SHOUTcraft, exciting entry-level esports with myself, TotalBiscuit. Oh yes indeed, folks. Randy is hungry, no doubt about that. After his I-40 loss, he wants to get some vengeance, and he's well on his way to doing so. He's up 3-1 in this best-of-7 series. This could be the final match, potentially, unless Pureball is able to turn it around. We're going to see exactly what's going to be happening right here. Before I go on, I just want to make it clear what this is actually all about, the way that I do this. Now, I'm not the best StarCraft 2 player. I just get really excited about StarCraft 2, and I really hope that you actually feel that. When I act the way that I do, it is not an act. It is not dishonest. I am genuinely enthused. I love this freaking game. I love watching people better than me play it and kill the hell out of each other. It's wonderful. And I'm hoping that those of you who aren't really interested in StarCraft 2 might get a bit of a kick out of this and might start to really get into it, because it is a great game. It really is a great spectator esport as well. It's a fantastic scene to get involved in. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 5 in this best-of-7 series between Pureball in the orange trunks playing Terran and Randy in the red trunks playing Zerg right here on the Zelnaga Caverns, and this is, of course, brought to you by Aquatuning. Now, Randy is 3-1 up in this series. He's really got the momentum going on right there. Last game won by a very sneaky roach rush. It was good stuff, caught Pureball completely off guard, and his defenses absolutely melted. Literally melted. It's a pretty bad way to go, folks, for the Terran. There's no doubt about that. An unpleasant way to die. He's looking for a bit of revenge. When it comes to Pureball, he is good at that. He's very, very cool under pressure. He's an extremely good competitor, and I expect him to put up one hell of a fight to prevent Randy from taking 4-1 and winning this series. We're going to see what happens for us. Zelnaga is probably one of Randy's favorite maps from what I've seen. He's a big fan of this, picks it whenever he gets the chance. It's quite nice as a very long run here between the two, and you've also got these 2 watchtowers on either side. This map actually was the doom of him in the I-40. He's gonna hate these areas. He's gonna remember these. These are gonna be seared into his mind because he actually lost on the basis of these things alone, because of Pureball's micromanagement of Reapers, just jumping up and down on that, doing a massive amount of damage. He's not gonna fall for that one again. Of course, since then, Reapers are not quite as good as they used to be. No doubt about that. Can't get them out as quick, and of course, you need the factory to get out the Nitro speed boost. Pureball blocking himself off right there. Of course, not quick enough. Randy rushing straight in there. And a setup right here with Pureball looking for an engineering bay. This is what he did the first time around. It's a good block. It's costly, of course, quite early on, but it is worth it to try and deny your opponent from going with the fast expansion. Pureball looking to repeat the success he found in the first game with that, and we're going to have to see if he can pull it off. There goes the refinery coming up right there. Is Randy going to look for the gas steal? He might. You never know. He's hanging around. He's certainly got the opportunity and definitely got the minerals for it. Pureball looking to repeat the earlier strategy, I would imagine, of 1-1-1. He might look for some early marine aggression into some Hellions, and of course then going for the Medivacs, maybe some Vikings for air superiority. There it goes, folks, and there's the steal, no doubt about that one. No big surprise there, honestly. He was going to lose the drone one way or the other. Pureball can't bring that down in time, so at least he can prevent some early Reaper play, I would imagine, but I can't see that actually happening. Oh, it is the little drone that could, trying so desperately to bring that engineering bay down. We'll come back to that in about 3 hours, and we'll see what actually happens. Randy with a spawning pool on 14, no big surprises there from Randy, honestly, at all. And up come his first defensive Zerglings, looking for maybe a little bit of scouting with it. Wouldn't recommend it. He's going to get taken out if he does that. Already 2 Marines out and more on the way for Pureball, looking for some good early defense right there, and he can get it. Now, the question is, honestly, what's Pureball going to do? He's going to have to do it out of the range of that extractor, no doubt about that. Doesn't want to be spotted. There's the factory coming up. It's good stuff, and I would imagine we're going for 1-1-1 once again, looking for the repeat of that strategy that served him so very, very well. Randy looking to push his way out of there. The question is he going to go for the expansion slightly later there, or is he simply going to go with the one base earlier on and see what he can do with it? We're going to find out one way or the other. But then again, early layer, not by the looks of it at all. He doesn't have any gas, so it looks like we're going to get just Zergling play for the time being. Here comes the aggression, a little bit of a scout right there. First blood. Indeed, actually, was it? Nah, I suppose it can count it as first blood. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it could, because, hey, you know, that drone sacrificed itself for the good of the land. Reactor coming up right there with the barracks, and there's the factory. We're going to get a swap-a-roo. It is a possibility. He might swap it around to try and pump out a bunch of Hellions for that harassment. He has placed the hatchery, not going for the lair, not like he really can anyway, considering he doesn't have the gas for it. First Hellion coming up, there's the starport. It is a almost identical repeat of his first performance, but I am not entirely convinced that Randy's going to fall for the same trick twice, honestly. He's going to need an awful lot more than a Hellion to do the damage right here. Looking at the back right there, there's the Roach Warren. He's got one extractor. Roach is very powerful. They will be able to repulse the early ground attack, but they'll be absolutely worthless against the aircraft. This could indeed be the same mistake on Randy's part. You never know. Randy did go Roach heavy on the first game, and it didn't help him all that much because he got hit really hard from the air, got hit by the Banshees, got hit by the Vikings, of course, doing big harassment on his overlords, and there was nothing he could actually do about it. In comes the Hellion right there, and the Queen looking a little bit passive, and then going, hey, get the hell away from here. And of course, not a lot he can do about that, looking to try and grab the Zerglings. He can manage it. No speedling upgrade. Nice bit of micromanagement. It's good stuff, and a little bit of damage done to the speedlings. Yes, indeed. They are speedlings. They are speedlings. They will be speedlings. They are potential speedlings as opposed to kinetic speedlings. They will eventually be speedlings, that I can guarantee. Randy trying to drive away those Hellions, doing a fairly good job of it. Bear in mind, the Queen's being caught out of position. That's not necessarily a good thing, but the Roach coming to back it up, that will certainly help. Zerglings moving in around the side. It's not going to be good enough, however. Hellions, wow, barbecue going on right there. One drone down, looking for another one. Oh, unbelievably brutal. Not nice at all, but caught between a rock and a hard place right there. Roaches flanking around there, trying to catch him. One Hellion down, two. And is he going to be able to get out of there? I don't think so. I think this is a sacrificial Hellion. There's no real doubt about that. I can't see that surviving in any way, shape, or form. It's not going to happen, is it? Oh, yes, indeed. Okay, here's the layer upgrade coming in a little bit later as a result of not getting the fast expansion and not getting the early gas. But look at that. Look at how much economy he's able to pump out so very, very quickly. Banshee coming up. It is a repeat strategy. No doubt about that. But is Randy going to be able to repulse it? Surely he's not going to fall for the same trick twice. I don't think he will. I think he'll try and get some Mutalisks up pretty early to try and repulse that kind of stuff. It should do the job. I mean, those Banshees are going to take a little bit of time to come up. Let's have a look at the progress on that. It's getting there, but the thing is, the Spire does take an awful lot of time to build. He's going to need to get some Spore Crawlers up in order to prevent some heavy harassment there by the Banshees. They could do big economic damage. There is no doubt about that. Roaches were repulsed. It's a good block, and he's setting up a bunker, so I expect to see an expansion down here fairly quickly. Randy backing off, and looks like we're going to get some Hellions around the side right here. Of course, this block hasn't gone right there, but you've got this nice bit of brush right here you can hide in. No visibility through there. He's going to move around. There's the Spore Crawler up for the defense against the Banshees. Looks like he has seen it going. Down goes the Queen. Anyone fancy a kebab? I'm thinking no. Roaches coming in around the side, but they don't have the speed upgrade. The Hellions are able to go in at will. Big damage done to the Zerglings right there. No speedling upgrade as of yet, and here comes the Mutalisks to repulse those Banshees that are coming in. However, one is already up, and he's got another one on the way. Here it comes across the map. Is he going to be able to defend against it? Really, no, actually. He's not going to be able to. But those Spore Crawlers are nicely spaced. We'll see what we can do. One Queen won't be able to repulse it, but it'll at least give it something to think about. Because look at that, Spore Crawler's going to be up right here. That Banshee is absolutely toast. Is he going to be able to get the Queen? Yes, he is. Is it worth the sacrifice? Well, he was going to lose it one way or the other, unless he was going to back off an awful lot earlier, which is maybe what I would have done there. One Queen down. Oh, Hellions taking big damage. One, two, and doesn't get the third. But it's a good bag there by Randy. And the Roaches with a good intercept. Those Hellions sent home with their tails between their legs. Oh, yes, indeed. He's not going to be trying that one again anytime soon. Now, honestly, Randy's doing a really good job of dealing with these strategies coming in right here. Banshee's getting repulsed very nicely by the Spore Crawler. Nothing really happening there. He can't get the harassment in it, and the earlier air power that served him so well in that first game just isn't going to be repeated by the looks of it. Randy doesn't want it to happen. He is holding him off as much as possible until he can get those Mutalisks out, and he's got 9 on the way. It's gonna be brutal. Economy-wise, yes, indeed, Randy is, of course, ahead, as you might imagine. The economy of the Zerg, very strong. The macro of the Zerg, very strong indeed. We've got Pureball trying to keep up with 2 orbital command centers, dropping in those mules, as you might imagine, doing fairly well with it, but bear in mind that's only a temporary solution. It'll keep up for the time being, but Randy's flight of Mutalisks is on the way, and to be honest, I have to wonder whether or not we've got a spot there from Pureball. No, he hasn't. He doesn't know it's there, so this could be very, very messy indeed. Look at the defenses. We've definitely got some Marines around. That's going to be problematic for him, but the mobility is definitely in the favor of Randy. We have one missile turret there. Do we have one at the back? No, we don't. Harassment potential right here. That's big economic damage. No doubt about that. He's going to have to take a lot of SCVs out before those Marines get in there, and the Marines don't have the stim pack as of yet. It is on its way, I believe, but no, it is not up yet. Missile turret around the back right there. Nice micromanagement by Randy. Moving in once again with the flight. That's not a good thing to do at all. Had a good firing line right there, and loading up those medevacs It's a good idea, actually. It does give him the opportunity, but the problem is he might lose it right now. Oh, not good at all. Not good. Very nice catch there by Randy. I can see what Pureball was trying to do, but it was too little, too late. Wasn't able to drop mid and right back in the mineral line. Brutality inflicted on the SCVs right here. Look at the damage to the economy. It's bad. There's no doubt about that one. Randy is not having it. He is getting aggressive. He's getting his teeth and his claws in, and he won't let go. Pureball trying to build up the missile turret. Looking for the defense right here with the Marines. He doesn't really have enough, honestly. Randy needs to get his boot in. Stick it in right there. Take the SCV out before that missile turret comes up. It's not happening, though. It's not happening. He's going to hold back. There he goes. Going in right here. Looking to try and wait until the Marines get by. It was a good timing push. No doubt about that. He pushes it in there. And does he get the missile turret? No, he doesn't. Missile turret is up. He's going to have to focus fire on it right now. Otherwise, he's going to lose him. One down. Yes, there we go. There we go. Lots of repairing. Good SCV repairs on that. It stays up. And he's in a wall of death right there. It's a gauntlet. Ladies and gentlemen, loses a couple of Mutalisks. Very nasty indeed. However, in the meantime, he's sorting out his ground forces. He's got 11 roaches on the way. And he's got the speed upgrade for it. He's not letting up. Look at it. Look at the economy of it. He's got another base up right here. Hatchery in full production. Look at how fast it's running out. 64 frickin' drones, ladies and gentlemen, at this time of the game. That is not good for Pureball at all. Pureball boxed in. His economy is nowhere near sufficient to deal with this. He's going to have to get in and do some damage. Right now, though, he doesn't really have the chance to it. Look at it. He's got a good force. Does he have enough, though? No, he does not, honestly. Mutalisks are available, and that's a lot of roaches, and more on the way. 19 already. Upgrades coming up right here, as well as the missile attack upgrade. Roach, nice one. He's caught it right there. He knows what's coming in. Here come the roaches. Now we're going to get one of the Randy trademark flanking attacks. We shall see. Yes, indeed, that's exactly what it's going to do. Patience, patience is a virtue, he says. He's going to flank around the side. This, you can't think you can see exactly what's going to happen here. There's the catch right there, though. There's the scout. Brutality being inflicted on the hatchery. Not going to be good, though. There's the deployment, and the Marine stim. He's backed off. Good stuff. He wants to wait until the Marine stim's worn off. He's still inflicting as much damage as possible on that hatchery. Hatchery is going to go down, but is he going to be able to inflict the damage when he comes in? There's the flanking attack. Trademark flanking attack. Once again, in it comes. Annihilated so incredibly fast. Hammer and anvil approach there with the Zerg. They're able to hold out for a good amount of time thanks to the medivacs, no doubt about that one, but the roaches will melt them. They will indeed, but that took its toll. Really, really did take its toll on the forces of Randy there. It was a good holdout by Pureball, and quite a few Marines saved there because, again, that lack of mobile anti-air, not going for the Hydras, and the Mutas were taken out very, very fast indeed. Pureball did a good job of focusing those Mutalisks down. He knew that if he had to back off, if those Mutas were still alive, then everything he had would be down. That would be a very bad thing indeed. He was well aware of that. It was a good tactical decision to bring the Mutas down early and then focus fire on the roaches. He backed off. He did lose siege tanks there, but if you look at units lost, he's doing pretty damn well. He's actually ahead of Randy right now, and he is holding out, but only just. Economic damage was done to Randy. That's what he had to do. He needed to do it. He was able to at least stunt the growth of the Zerg, and then he needs to just bring down the hammer on Randy when he gets the chance. However, the situation we have right here is that Randy is rebuilding 2 hatcheries. That would put him on 4 bases. The economic juggernaut that could be thrown in the direction of Pureball at this point is immense. Pureball's going to have to get aggressive. He's going to have to pull something out of his hat for this one. Now as to what he's got coming out, he does have an armory. He could be going with the Thor approach. I wouldn't blame him. If he's up against a Roach heavy force, Thors will do it. But bear in mind the variety that's coming in right now. Hive upgrade as well. He's going for the variety pack once again. Now, he does have the infestation pit on its way. If he's going to do anything with it, I don't know. He might. It would be useful. There's no doubt about that. Infestors could be good right here, but the Roach approach is doing him well at the moment. Look at that. We've got a lot more siege tanks and some Marauders mixed in for good measure. They're not going to have as easy a time this time. And no Banelings charging in from the side. Trying to get a hammer and anvil, but Pureball's not going to fall for that one again. Mobile siege tank this time. Good micromanagement. It's good stuff, but that's a lot of damage done to his infantry forces. He knows it, but he inflicted a reasonable amount of casualties on the Roaches as well. Doesn't quite have the firepower he needs. Pureball looking for a defensive position. The thing is, those siege tanks are going to get swarmed very, very fast indeed if he goes in. Infestors coming in. That's going to prevent the mobility of the Terran forces, and that's what allowed him at least to get out of that fight before. If he's denied that again, then this could become a very, very devastating, a very dangerous situation for the Terran. Randy knows it, and he's going to exploit it to the fullest possible potential. Infestors are on their way, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got a drop right here by Pureball. He is looking for the Zelnaga Watchtower. He's got good visibility right there. He knows exactly where Randy's forces are right now. Randy is aware of this as well, but look at this. Infestors backing it up. Those guys are going to get absolutely annihilated if they go anywhere near it. He knows it. Moving in right here. Here's the aggression and the meet up in the middle. But big firepower coming in from the line of siege tanks. Doesn't want to go around there. He's going to have to flank it. He knows he's going to have to flank it. He's going for it right now. Coming around the back. There come the Speedlings. Speedlings annihilate really in the first wave. But the Roach firepower coming in. Here comes the side. The Infestors coming in. Fungal growth. Lockdown right there. Infestors annihilated very, very fast. But here comes the firepower from both sides. They had no chance of escape. And it was almost mutually assured destruction. But with those Roaches there, no way. It wasn't happening. Wasn't happening at all. Command center brought down as well. Now Randy with the momentum once again. He's got the supply and he's got the resources to keep pushing the attack. Pureball forced off on the defensive. Is he building any Thors? No, he does not. He's not got any Thors. He's getting the siege tanks out and hoping for the best. It's not going to be good enough. He will not be able to build enough siege tanks to deal with that. Especially look at this. Zerg ground carapace level 3 coming up. And we've also got Zerg missile attack level 2. He is investing all he has in those Roaches. And of course, if he gets a few more Infestors, then locking down the mobility of the Terran is going to be very handy for him indeed. Bring him down, trap them, and annihilate. Right now, I've honestly got to say, especially with Banelings coming up for Randy, that Pureball is in a very, very bad situation at this point. He's looking for the upgrades, he's looking for the defense, but that's the problem. If you force yourself onto the defensive against the Zerg with this kind of economic control, look at it. Just look at the amount of economy he's got coming in. It's rolling in, folks. He is literally got a Scrooge McDuck-style money pit. He's got Zerglings whirling around in this Vespene gas and the minerals. It is big money bin, and you know what? It's not going to be pleasant for him at all. Look at that. He's always grabbing the high yield minerals as well. Oh yeah, he can afford to hang back for the time being, build up the force that he needs to deliver the crushing execution blow here on Pureball. This could be the win. Initial scouting force shelled heavily by those siege tanks. The Banelings won't be much use, even with the speed upgrade, if they take big hits like that. Pureball knows it. He's trying to keep his screen of Marines at the front. Keep them nice and mobile with a big siege tank deployed force at the rear. Those siege cannons will be able to rain hell down from the sky on anything small that comes in. Here's the thing, though. Is he going to expend them? Is he going to try and expend it? Ah, that's a lot of death there on the Speedlings, able to do basically nothing. Testing the defenses by the looks of it. I would expect him to combine it with something else, but evidently not. He just wants to see what his opponent's got. Done a good job of finding that out. Admittedly, he lost a lot of Speedlings in the process, but it's nothing that he can't replace. Look at his unit count. 14 Roaches available, 17 Banelings. Looking forward to see what he can do with the Banelings. Banelings are great fun units. Looking for a flanking attack, perhaps. Can he avoid that? Yes, he can. Look at it. He can avoid the defensive line. I wonder if he realizes that it is possible. Pureball really dedicating all he's got to this. This is where the big firepower is. This is where the defensive bastion is, but it's so very immobile. If he avoids this completely, then this could be absolutely devastating. Pureball looking for a counter-attack. Not confident, though. He doesn't have the forces for it. At least he doesn't think he does. With so many Speedlings, I don't really blame him for that approach. I mean, look at the amount of siege cannons he has available. He's got 8, 9 now, perhaps. Look at this, though. The hive finally generated its load, and this is going to be unpleasant. We've got 5 Ultralisks on the way. If you wanted anything to crack that, and that's what's going to be happening. Banelings, Roaches, and the Speedlings, you can afford to hold them back. 1 Ultra and the others on their way. Those guys are going to be able to take him down, and look at that upgrade. Look at that upgrade. The armor on these things is unbelievable. This is going to be an absolutely crushing blow. I don't see how Pureball can hold it. Not with that. Honestly, there's just so much. He needs to get the Ultras at the front right there. Here comes the assault, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a secondary assault force off to the right. Pushing it through, and look at the devastation right here. The front line is collapsing. Speedlings coming in from the side. Banelings devastating all over the place. Side Banelings and Infestors to lock them down. This could be the death of them, folks. This is looking very good indeed. Ultras taking big damage, but able to cleave their way through the siege tanks. That's the main defensive force annihilated. Honestly, all he's got left is a planetary fortress. What's left in his base is not going to be enough, as far as I'm concerned, but look at the amount of damage inflicted on Randy. I'm not entirely convinced he'll be able to finish it off. He needs more units. What has he got on his way? What has he got? He's got 3 more Ultralisks, 5 more Roaches. Chitinous plating upgrade coming in for the Ultras as well. Will Pureball be able to rebuild in that time? I'm thinking no. I don't think he's got the economy for it, honestly. He's got a couple of siege tanks coming in, but look at that. Look at the Infestors. Look at how many Ultralisks he's got, especially with the chitinous plating upgrade that's almost there. It's going to be up in another 20 seconds, folks. And once he has that, the armor those things will have is immense. He's going to be able to batter his way through, and honestly, I don't think any force in the world is going to stand up against a 3-armor chitinous plating Ultralisk. Especially not 7 of them. Melee attack upgrade just coming in for good measure. There is the upgrade, folks. You want to see how much armor it's got? I'll show you. Oh yes, armor 6. That is unbelievably devastating. He's going to be able to crack basically everything that Pureball's got. This is it, folks, as far as I'm concerned. Randy has got this. Pureball cannot hold off against this kind of assault. It's gonna be glorious, folks. In it comes. There's no way. There's just no way. Oh, good lord. He tries so desperately to hold him off. Planetary Fortress Cannon shrugged off by the chitinous plating of the Ultralights. The lockdown with the Infestors. Good game, ladies and gentlemen. Randy takes it 4-1 right here, winning the prize in this SHOUTcraft Aquatuning Showcase Showmatch Series. Oh, wow. Absolutely unbelievable. Great use of Ultralisks there. The macro management of Randy was immense. Incredibly powerful. Unbelievable just how much he could get rolling right there. Pureball tried the early aggression. Fool me once, said Randy. Shame on you. And fool me twice, shame on me. Didn't allow it to happen the second time. Repulsed that early attack and then just brought in the bulldozer. Down he goes. Well done to both of our competitors right there. And thank you to Aquatuning for sponsoring this particular showmatch series. My name's been TotalBiscuit. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I certainly have. And I will see you next time.